This video is going to provide an introduction to the PKMTracker website and a basic understanding of how to change some of the Pokemon settings. The first time you log on to the map, you're going to want to select your location. So you're going to center the area that you're interested in the middle of the map, and then click this top world button. You're going to choose the city that you want, and then you're going to be prompted to select a mode. They're all pretty self-explanatory. If you ever want to change your mode, you come over here and do it. And if you want to change your city, you would click right here. You'll see a screen like this one with a variety of abbreviated Pokemon names. You'll see that some Pokemon have IVs and levels, and some Pokemon do not. We also have these numbers, which is a cluster. That's when so many Pokemon appear in one spot that the map can't differentiate between them unless you zoom in. This counter that is counting down is not the amount of time until the Pokemon despawns. If you want to know, get an idea of when the Pokemon is going to despawn, you're going to want to click on it so that you can check this out right here. The map first saw this Pokemon over half an hour ago. Most spawns are only for a half an hour, so this Pokemon is almost certainly not here. Okay? You can also see detailed information regarding the IVs. That's your total IV, your attack, your defense, your stamina. We have the level of the Pokemon, the CP of the Pokemon, the HP of the Pokemon, its move set, the chance of catching it with a regular ball, a great ball, and an ultra ball, its gender, its height, and its weight. If you want to be able to find the Pokemon easily, you can click this drop pin icon, and it will give you coordinates that the Pokemon is at and turn-by-turn directions to the Pokemon. If you don't like these abbreviated names, there's an easy way to change it so that you can see the full Pokemon name. We're going to come over here to Settings. We're going to click Pokemon. We're going to click Visuals. We're going to click Toggles. And then we're going to toggle short names to off. We'll back out of this. And you'll be able to see that the Pokemon now have their full names. What if we want to reduce some of these marker settings? The easiest way to do that is going to be go back into Settings, select Pokemon again, and select Auto. What we have here at the top is our priority IV. This has to do with high IV Pokemon. You could turn this off altogether, although I certainly wouldn't recommend doing that because then you wouldn't see any hundos. If you click over here, you have the option to change your priority IV settings. This bottom bar is going to change the level. So I wouldn't recommend moving that one at all. I would keep it down here at any level because you're going to want to catch 100% Pokemon regardless of what level it's at. This top bar is going to control what IVs you see. So you might want to set that one about here. Just be aware that it's going to exclude any IVs below where you set it at. So because I set it at 90%, I'm not going to be able to see an 82 or 86% Pokemon. Our next setting has to do with priority level. This would be if you wanted to catch only high-level Pokemon. You can toggle this off if you don't care about what level the Pokemon is, or you can click here to customize it. So now our bars are reversed. IVs are on the bottom, and level is on the top. So if you slide this all the way up, you would be able to have a priority setting of a Pokemon that was a very high level and any IV. And this would be useful if you just wanted to catch something and evolve it right away and not have to put any Stardust into it. I usually turn that one off because I don't care what level the Pokemon are. I'm much more interested in IVs. And then we have a similar setting for collect IV and collect level. And that has to do with finding 0% IV Pokemon and level 1 Pokemon. If you click here, you can adjust it, or you could just turn it off altogether if you're not interested in collecting a 0 IV Pokemon or a level 1 Pokemon. This here is going to determine what the map considers to be a high interest Pokemon, a medium interest Pokemon, or a low interest Pokemon. And this has to do with the number of spawns of that particular Pokemon that are currently appearing on the screen right now. For example, if there are 7 Pidgey currently spawning on this screen, then it would get put in the low tier because there are more than 5 of them. If there was only 1 Kakuna spawning on the screen, it would get automatically put into the high tier because there's only 1 of it. I don't recommend changing these numbers. If we back out of this screen, I could take you to a screen that's actually going to let us eliminate those low and medium markers, those Pokemon that are spawning very frequently that you're probably not interested in catching. You're going to go into the advanced setting and you're going to select layers. And right here you can see that we can toggle the layers on and off. So we're going to toggle low off and we're going to toggle medium off, and immediately you can see in the background a whole bunch of those marker settings disappearing. Okay, we want to go ahead and leave our priority and our collect settings the way that they are because we already individually customized them. We don't want to ever turn this high setting off. If we do that and an unknown spawns, we actually would not be able to see it. Okay, so you want to leave that one on. That's pretty much it for the basics. So once you have that set the way that you like, you'll see that the map becomes a little bit more manageable. You still have a lot of spawns, but these high IV spawns are going to jump right out at you. And it's a little bit easier to differentiate between what some of these other ones are and whether or not you want to go get them, especially if you zoom in, okay? So we're going to go ahead and save our settings. We're going to click down here on the settings icon. We're going to go to app. We're going to go to backup. And we're going to click save. And we're going to confirm that we want to save. In the next video, I'll be discussing how to eliminate specific Pokemon so that you can stop this Kakuna, for example, or this Pidgey from ever popping up again.